The days are getting longer and the weather is getting warmer. That can only mean one thing. The annual running of the iconic Boulder is right around the corner. And we're getting you ready right here on BOLDERBoulder Extra. Welcome to BOLDERBoulder Extra, from the youngest to the youngest at heart, from the beginners to the world-class elite. The countdown to the legendary BOLDERBoulder 10K has begun for everyone.
You know, I think it coincides really well with the end of winter, the beginning of spring, and it is for a lot of people that rite of passage from spring into summer, but I guess maybe bigger than that. You just start seeing people everywhere, and they're running. It's right about now that we start hearing from, you know, the 2,000 volunteers that help us on race day. I think it's kind of like Christmas. It's just that anticipation of what we get to do, and how can we make the event better, and how can the experience be better for the 50,000 people that run, and what can we do to surprise people? That's awesome. You know, we hear a lot about how the race brings the community together. When we hear the stories of how we're impacting or affecting lives, and whether that's starting a program, finishing a program, doing this with my neighbor, running a PR, you know, from the beginning the why is, oh yes you can, and this year a slight variation on that is, oh yes I will. And seeing those transitions and maybe even for some folks transformations, and I wasn't sure I did that. The platform that's the BOLDERBoulder, the awe and the wonder, just the magic is a part of the day.
Hi there, my name's Ewan North. I am the director and head coach of Revolution Running, a training club here in Colorado. I'm here today to talk about where you should be with regards to your training about 8 weeks out from the BOLDERBoulder. Let's get into where you should be depending on what type of runner you are. So if you're kind of just getting off the couch, haven't really done much up to this point, obviously we don't want to start out doing too much too soon. So for you guys, starting with 20 or 30 minutes of nice, easy conversational level running or jog walking, maybe 2 or 3 times per week to begin with for the next couple of weeks. If you're a little bit more advanced than that, you can take it up another notch. Perhaps you have been running for the past few weeks, but not been doing too much because you've been skiing and enjoying the winter season here in Colorado, then I would say maybe running 4 or 5 times per week at this point, maybe doing a little bit more than what the beginners were doing, so maybe 30 to 40 minutes of running each time right now, but never more than 10% more than your previous longest run that you've done so far. If you are more advanced and you've been working out, running and training across the winter and you're pretty fit at this point, then you're in the perfect position. So you just kind of continue on from where you are, but now maybe you want to incorporate some more specifics. So with 8 weeks to go, maybe doing some specific pace work, maybe incorporating some hills, maybe doing something on the track where we're doing some repeats, and also lengthening some of the runs that you've been doing. So if you've ran, say, up to an hour, maybe you want to put that out to 70, 75 minutes for a longer run at this point. Have fun with your training and enjoy it.
Up next on BOLDERBoulder Extra, relive the sights and sounds of last year's fun-filled day.
This has become a tradition in the community of Boulder, but also with their family.
It is an honor to be participating in the Memorial Day celebration.
BOLDERBoulder Extra on Altitude is brought to you by King Soopers, helping to lead the charge against hunger in the community. and by First Bank, with over $65 million donated and thousands of hours volunteered to local charities in Colorado, Arizona, and California since 2000, First Bank is banking for good. Now, whether you're running the Boulder or just enjoying the many festivities, there are so many traditions to look forward to.
And off you go! 50,000 runners!
This has become a tradition in the community of Boulder, but also with their family.
I started doing this in 1979. I'm gonna be there till I drop. Even if I'm in a wheelchair, we're never gonna lose that corner. Miss Tutu will always be there.
This is where they want to be on Memorial Day. Put us on the calendar. Boulder's boldest are, well, there's now 61 people that have run every race.
My goal is always now to finish standing up, is the motto.
Multiple generations are connected back to the race. Their roots are here, and that's part of that tradition.
Boulder! Woo-hoo! Boulder!
Boulder!
I think that they're looking at it in that way, and it's how can it endure, and wanting to see the tradition endure, and then but also wanting to see the experience of the race stay relevant enough that people still want to come and do it.
For a lot of people, they look at it as a holiday, but it is a Remembrance Day, and that does not go light on me.
When I think about what Memorial Day means to me, we honor our fallen, but this is exactly what our fallen would want us to do, is to spend a day like this, celebrate our freedoms, and be fortunate and encouraged by our future.
The 19 to 22 minutes that the ceremony occupies in the morning is probably the most impactful.
It is an honor to be participating in the Memorial Day celebration and remembering men and women who have given the final sacrifice.
I'm going to ask these outstanding Americans to raise their right hands and repeat after me. I do solemnly swear. That I will support and defend. The Constitution of the United States. Climb to glory, Army strong, and may God continue to bless the United States of America.
For all your Boulder information, including where to download the new 2019 Runner Tracker app and to register for this year's run, visit BOLDERBoulder.com.
How many people have been training for this? Off you go!
That'll do it for this edition of Boulder Extra. We'll see you next time.